I was here in Clomas Soda Winery in 2019 when we made for the first time the project 26 p.m. and it was a hit. But at that time, David's mother, best cook in the world, we call her Padron.
What? A patron.
Patron. She's the boss, we all know that. She prepared this amazing lunch for us, and I can never get this taste again. Wherever I would go, whatever I would eat. So I need an excuse to come back. So this year, we've started this new project, Clomas Soda Olive Oil, and we continue 26 p.m. project as well. So I wanted to share with the world these amazing different style foods, Spanish tapas it's called.
Yeah, tapas would be like the same, but in a smaller size. But
Okay.
it's Spanish food. Yeah, tapas is the concept is Spanish food, but in a sample size, and you can just like finger food. You can just have it like this.
So I'm going to learn from David because he should dare not to help his mother in the kitchen. He would be locked up. So he knows a little bit about the recipes. So where do we start? Okay, with wine.
Always start with wine. Always.
Always with wine. First dish.
First dish.
This one is the first?
This one is the first.
It might look like tomato dip.
Kind of could look like that.
Even if it would be tomato dip, I would be very happy, but I know there is something better in there.
It's called gazpacho.
Gazpacho.
Exactly. It's basically a cold tomato soup with cucumbers, green peppers, garlic, then some olive oil, Krasnosora olive oil, of course, only the best, and you can put some bread if you want for consistency, depending if you want it more or less liquid. And then the quantities, it depends, each one has their own recipe and way of doing it.
Like most Jewish mothers, there is no quantity.
Exactly, and the most important thing of gazpacho is when you put it here, then you throw on top of it.
More?
Yeah.
Another one.
That's how good it is.
That is very good.
You'll see.
Like this? Or one more?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You throw on top of it what?
You can throw small pieces of bread like croutons. You can throw in there cucumbers, some other green peppers, or some tomatoes, and you throw it on top. Some people even do hard-boiled eggs, diced up, and you can throw them on top. Just whatever it feels better for you.
Cucumber, yeah, you have to taste
Each one, however, likes it better.
Look, I'm doing it all.
pepper and tomato.
Of course, the biggest trick here is the better the tomatoes are, the better the gazpacho is gonna be.
And the tomatoes here are delicious.
Yeah, they are.
It's a combination even of tomatoes. A blending of tomatoes.
That's the secret. That's the secret.
Yeah, go on.
Wow. So much flavor, and I love tomatoes. Tomatoes is my thing.
And it's
I
totally,
love tomatoes.
totally natural.
And it's like bursting with flavors in my mouth. All these different flavors.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was a kid, I once brought to shul, tomato dip in a hot tub. I didn't want to share it with my friends. I told them it's carrot juice.
Okay.
On to the next dish.
So the next dish, also very, very typical, we're mixing tortilla de patatas, which is omelet with potatoes inside, and some onion also. You just do the omelet. You take some potatoes, you dice them up. Some people like it more cut, like slivered. We do it here better diced.
What is it called? Tortilla?
Tortilla. Tortilla means omelet.
Tortilla de
patatas.
De patatas.
Which is potatoes.
It's like a Spanish kugel.
Exactly. And then we mix it with a special thing that's not only Spanish but Catalan, which is bread with tomato. But here in this region we call it pa amb tomàquet, which is in Catalan tomato with bread.
More tomatoes.
More tomatoes. So you take a slice of bread, take one each, take the garlic, put it on your bread, and then you take, can I have the tomatoes please?
Sure.
And you put it on top of the bread like this. You rub it. And Actually, you could rub this until it only leaves like the skin, because all the part of the tomato inside comes off as much as you want. So you put it in here, then olive oil. If you want to do it the best way, you need plasma olive oil.
If not, don't even do it.
You throw it on top. That's totally how much you want. And you finish it up with some salt.
Cheers, Papa.
Cheers.
Welcome to Spain.
There are people that can go through life and never even know that a meal like this exists. They don't live.
Here, it's all about, you see, it's good cuisine, but the most important here is have very good basic products. Everything is based on the quality of the product.
Right.
If you don't have good tomatoes, you don't have good potatoes or good eggs, because doesn't have a lot of elaboration, like a lot of ingredients. See, it's simple cuisine, but made it to the best possible quality. That's the most important.
What's the history behind all this amazing wine and food and mother and father that you have? Who is the Cohen family? And let's share it with the world.
So as you said, it's a family business. I'm the second generation together with my sister, and our parents started 20 years ago, more or less. My dad was born in Morocco, in Casablanca, and he moved to Israel to study in Technion, to start agriculture engineering, especially like water management, vines, biosensors. That was his thing. And moved to Spain, started working many years in research and as a consultant for the field, just how to grow vines and maximize the potential of wineries, non-kosher. And 20-something years ago, both of them said, hey, why can't kosher wine be good? You know this. Thank God now we have amazing wineries all over the world. You can see it in Israel, the growth of how many wineries, they do great kosher wine. And 25, 30 years ago, there was not available to the big public have good quality kosher wine. Together with food, both have grown up at the same time. So they started, they bought this land, and we started doing different projects. As of today, we have 6 different places in Spain where we produce wine. Out of those 6, we own 2 of them. Today we visited also in Priorat, in La Saltadora. We do the EL26.
Yes.
It's over there. We opened it
If you
before.
don't open this one, I'm gonna stop pouring this. So,
Oh, you can pour it.
We're gonna do both.
waiting.
And then here we do the Clos Masora. Of course, and then we have the other 4 places. Rioja, we do our wines Erenza. La Mancha, we do the Viña Encinas. We tried. Cava.
And now we're
You
doing
are.
the olive oil together.
And olive oil. We're the first Jewish family that we own kosher winery and produce kosher wine. 1494.
Thanks to the Cohen family, there is Clomasoda, which is one of the greatest kosher wines there is. And I'm not the only one saying it. It's people that have tried it, and Clomasoda has a huge following.
Yeah.
And now with the olive oil that we did, and maybe you'll go into the food,
The food
Catering maybe, little by little.
L'chaim,
L'chaim.
many more years, and hopefully we have a project coming up, and I'll be back in the next 4 or 5 months. That's the plan.
That is not a shame.
Amen,
Of
amen.
course, of course, amen.